This video is for Nikki Legg. We're doing a revamp on Nikki's site here. She's been used to the existing website of being able to change different things. This one is a little bit different, so I'm just going to run through some things for her. First thing, Nikki, I don't know if you're aware where the logo and the menu are, and also at the bottom of the page, everything from the Instagram down to the copyright and privacy. Where you find those in the back of the site is you go down here to Divi Theme Builder. You'll see there the global header and the global footer. You have to be really careful with these compared to ordinary pages for the simple reason I can get back pages if we mess those up. With these it's not so easy, but these appear on every page of the site as well, so when you hover over them, just like anything else, you can actually get your outlines of your columns, your rows. Then for instance this one, the text box, you click on the little gear icon to open it. I think I've said this before, but you've got the option here to work in visual or text on a text module. I never usually work in visual for the simple reason it's supposed to be what you see is what you get, but in actual fact it's not. For instance, if I enter here, press the enter key. Now I may not realize this, but if you then go back to text, you'll see this character which is giving it like an extra paragraph. There's different things that it does. Also, if you copy and paste text from, let's say, a Word document, you go to visual and you paste that text in there, you might find that you've picked up all kinds of formatting for the text that you weren't aware of. So it's just handy to always work in text itself. So for instance, if I want another paragraph, I enter, use the enter key and start that there. Get rid of that because we don't want it. The only thing is, you'll see like Contact Nikki, it's a heading, and each side of that text are these little pieces of code. If you're going to change Contact Nikki, whatever you do, don't knock off any of those pieces of code because it will mess up the whole of the text. Anyway, that's that. These are the images. I just thought I'd show you this anyway because I'm not sure if I have before. To come out of there, you just click the X up there, save and exit. Yeah, I will do. I've not changed anything anyway. You see the circle going around to tell you it's saving. Even though you've done some changes there and saved them, then always go to this green button and change all changes saved. Okay, what I'm going to do is show you the main pages here because there's a couple of things that are new to you. Now if you've got two tabs open, this is the home page, just so we can see. Let's have a look at your list of pages. You can see the home page because the photographer in Waterlooville. Click on the title to open the page. Now instead of working in the box layout, it might actually be easier if you use one of these three icons here. That's desktop, that's mobile, tablet, and that is phone view. You'll see what they are when you hover over them. So if we go to desktop view, because I know that you're going to be changing all these images and things like that. Now these aren't images in the way that you think they are. They're not images on the page, they're background images. How you access those, right, the row is full width, so we go up here click on the row settings. See there's two columns, the left and the right one. So let's open one of those columns. Again, always use the gear icon. You open that. You're still on the content side. Go to background. And here you just click the image icon. That's for a background color, which we're not using. And you'll see that image is there. So you click on that if you want to change it. Don't forget, these images are portrait rather than, sorry, they're landscape. These ones, they're particularly different for the simple reason so that, I'll just show you on the front. When we go on to a tablet or mobile view, you actually see the landscape version rather than portrait. Okay, I'll just put that back. So try and get the same type of image that's going to fit. The front page is the only one really where it's got this using landscape in a portrait type of layout. Now that one here, that's a landscape. That, right, sorry, I'm not in the back of the site. If you want to change the picture, this is, you know, it's just like changing them normally, where you'd select one, for instance this one. I will put that on actually, Nikki, because this isn't the live site and I know you want to change them anyway. Upload the image and you'll see that one's there now for the weddings. Again, once you've finished, just as if it was a text module or an image module, there's a column, you tick the green box, save the changes, and that will keep that there. Something I have noticed, because we've got this weird font here, it's not always easy, it is on here, to highlight it and edit it. So on some of the others where you can't select it, you can do it fine here from the looks of things. I tend to then go back to work on in the boxes rather than the images. Find that, for instance, photography, and change the text, but there shouldn't be a problem with this one. Again, you click the icon. Photography, it's got the H2 because it's a heading there. So you change the word photography to whatever you want. Same with Nikki Legg there, open that. Now that's all set to be uppercase, this text, which you do in design mode. If you look at text, you've got a different font for those small snippets of text, and TT, so it's all uppercase. And you can align left, center or right, and again always use the tick box. For the image on this, that's not a background image this time, it's a proper image, and you'll see this anyway, because when it is a proper image you'll see the module come up for the image, and you just change that to, again, you're going to want to really keep that as a landscape image, unless the text box has a load more text, so it's quite long, and then perhaps you could use a portrait style one. Anything else on that page? The portfolio on here, you don't need to do anything with this. It will always pull in the latest wedding post and the latest portrait post. I've actually given your posts now some categories so that they fall into these. This one is just two text boxes with a heading there. This one again has got a background image, so if you want to change that, you do exactly the same, but it's a section this time. Gear icon, background. All of these ones have got a very faint filter over them, just so that white text stands out okay. If you want to darken that or lighten it, you click the circle to get it moving, and you can move this slider up and down, and you'll be able to see the filter change. So if you want it a bit darker or a bit lighter, you can do that. Once you're okay with the filters, if they're on the background image, go to the image, and again you can change it. This has got a parallax effect, which gives it that movement. We wouldn't do that in the two images that we've done at the top, because those are quite specific, and you don't want those scrolling and changing the aspect of the photo, which they would. Okay, so that's that green box. This is just it works the same way as all of them. It's just a link to your testimonial page, and where that link is in that arrow. So you open that, it's a blurb which normally has an icon and things attached to it, and text normally, but we haven't got that here, but we do have the link that the page that it goes to. Okay, and that's all for that one. Save the page. Some pages you don't really need to do anything with. Like, have a look at the blog page. That will populate itself with every post that you do. Let's have a look at the galleries. What I've done with the photo galleries, Nikki, I didn't actually use the one that came with this because it wasn't very user friendly, and it was also a lot slower. This one that I put on is incredibly quick, as you can see. So let's go to that one, all pages, and I'll just show you weddings. That's the next lot. Wedding. Because this is the main one I guess you're going to be doing for your galleries. Right, I'll go to desktop view. Just to explain, we've got these at the top of each page. To change the image that you've got there, you click the section using the gear icon, go to the background, it's got the filter over it, go to the image, and you click your image. Now again, these aren't parallax, and what they're doing is grabbing the center of the image. So again, be aware that you may have a great image and the heads are right at the top. This will cut them off, but you can try different images until you get it how you want. And the two different texts there, the wedding and the photography, which can be changed, they're just text modules. Right, now this is the gallery. To open that, it's a module, so you go to the settings there, the gear icon, and you'll see all your images. If you want to add more or delete some, if you want to delete some first, hover over each one. You've got a little bin there. You click on delete and it will take that one out. I'll take one out to show you. Okay, circle spinning around as it's doing things so that one's gone. You can add more. Just click on this. Select however many more you want. I'll just put a couple in, Nikki, so there's 3 there, all with ticks on. Select, and those will be added. Now, you can play around with this if you want. What I've done is I've set it so that there are 4 columns. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a masonry gallery, so you can mix portrait and landscape images together. But what I also do with this is the 4 columns on a desktop. You click this to go to a tablet view. I change that to 3. they're not showing properly on this because it's only a preview thing, but that would be 3. And then on a phone, just 1. So there's just 1 image. I'll show you in a minute because the preview doesn't give you a good idea of that. But that's the only thing you want. So if you did want, I don't know, for instance, 5 images, you change up 5 columns rather. Sorry, on one of these galleries, you can change that to 5, or they start to get smaller as you can appreciate. But when they're clicked on by people, they enlarge anyway. It's typical that trying to show you this, it's not actually doing it very well at the moment. If I go to the tab that I've got on the front of the site and refresh it, and I can see, oh, I didn't change the number of columns, that's what I was going to do. And I haven't saved the page, so it's not done anything yet, but it's just to give you an idea. Package and services, I've kept them as they were so that they were quite easy. These are just your wedding blog posts, and that will look after itself. Every new one that you do for weddings will take the place of one of those there. Okay, so I'll come out of that. You always click save as a green button when you've made changes. Now, to show you quickly that all these other pages are pretty much the same way. You've got galleries. This is also a masonry gallery. It just so happens that we've used all landscape images, but if you threw some portrait ones in there, then they'll all fit round each other. And the same with the portraits here. Again, it's all landscape ones, but it is a masonry gallery. I've done it exactly the same, and it's the same way of doing it. Again, each of these headings here, you can change the background image to one that you want. And I think you've worked with this. It's the same accordion module that's on the existing site. It's just I've changed the size of headings and split it into 2 accordions. The pictures either side you change exactly like a normal picture. You click on it and replace it. I've put 2 portrait ones in here because you've got quite a deep space, so it just seemed appropriate. The Instagram thing we'll leave until we make this site live. Anything else that is any different? I think that's about it really, Nikki. It's just so that you can go in now and change images. On this about page, what I did here was I used a landscape image, a portrait image. There was originally a landscape one here which went right out to the edge of the page. The only thing is, because I've got a lot of text in here to match the existing page, you'll find that the landscape image will probably sort of go to about there, with a bit behind the text box, and same there. But it's exactly the same procedure as I've done, just a little bit different. Hopefully this works for you, Nick. Cheers.